I need coffee already. Jesus Christ, come on. Okay, all right. No. All right, awkward opening. Here we go. Welcome to Cosplay Bites, the show about cosplays, conventions, and all the nerdy bits and bytes in between. For this special and brand new episode, I am joined again by the sensational Intraventus.
Oh.
How are you doing, love?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming back on. So, I know, for any of my listeners out there, if you're aware, so the last episode I did with Zach Fisher was sort of, this is the same kind of vibe, like catching up, what's been new with them, especially with the whole pandemic, how they've been like coping or whatever. So, I mean, with Zach, there wasn't really much of a schedule, but for you, I wanted to try to do a little bit of digging, so it wasn't
dig away
too much of a free mall because, so, the last time you were on was May of last year. No, not last year, 2019.
Oh my gosh, has it been that long? Goodness.
It has been that long. And the topic was, changes within the cosplay community in the views of someone like yourself who had been a veteran for X amount of years. I don't know how long, but all I know is that you've been in the cosplay game for a long time.
Yeah, I consider myself one of the OGs, started back in like 2008. I mean, I was cosplaying like at home and stuff, closet cosplays and stuff.
Right.
But like, I want to say more of a convention basis. I started going in 2008. I'm so used to saying 20 something now.
Right. But that kind of changed.
Yeah.
Because you kind of sort of like, I don't know if retired is the right word or like just taking an extreme backseat from everything.
Yeah,
cosplay-wise.
I don't think I'd consider myself retired, but I've definitely just kind of changed gears a little bit. I love cosplay, and cosplay will always have this like special place in my heart, right? But I found something else that I love doing, body painting. Love it. It's amazing.
Yep, and that's arguably one of the main, or I mean, it could be the main topic of this whole episode because that's pretty much what you've been. That's pretty much what you've been doing since then. Like I had to peek, thinking, did she actually leave a date as to when she started? And yes, you did on your Twitch page. You started officially August of 2019, so a mere 3 months later. So is that when you was that the month year of when you did your first body paint on Twitch, or is that when you went with it full blown, like having like maybe I think you probably maybe did a couple of like test body paint streams beforehand?
So what happened was I did my very first body paint ever in August of 2019.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, I just wanted to get like I wanted to give it a try. I saw that it was acceptable to do on Twitch, and I was like, you know what? Because I was really inspired by like Skin Wars and some of the SFX like shows.
Sure.
And I was like, you know what? I want to try this, but like maybe do more of like a cosplay take on it and try to turn myself into characters through body painting. And yeah. I tried it once and I was automatically just like, this is it. I love this, this is just what I want to do.
This is it.
I was like, I've been missing this and, this is what's been missing in my life.
Yeah. And I gotta, seeing you flourish, especially because I guess we're also going to touch on the fact that you're not much longer. You're coming up on 2 years of doing this.
Almost. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's almost 2 years already. Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. And
it's flown by.
Yeah. So it's just because then I've also seen you like in the course of these 2 years, obviously you've like grown and gotten more tricks up your sleeve and gotten more experience, better at doing more of the detailing and all that because you've been revisiting some of your old paints from maybe a year or back when you started and then just doing it, say, like a version 2.0, so to speak.
Yeah. I think I feel like it's so hard to see any growth in anything in life. Like I feel like a lot of us don't really realize how much or how far we've come. Like we've grown so much as people. And the same thing really applies to art because like honestly, I don't feel like I'm that much better, but when I put side by side comparisons to work even from a year ago, I did Cortana recently and I did
I was
Cortana
gonna bring
last
that up.
year.
Like, hot
Yeah.
damn, girl. Yeah, you nailed it. Oh my god.
I did Cortana in July of 2020, and then I just painted her last week, and I put them side by side, and just seeing how much I've improved in 1 year, I would never have realized my improvement and how far I've come if I hadn't done that. It's so
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
to
I mean,
see. Yeah.
I feel like that's something. Yeah, like you said, like in like the art world in general, it's something that people will do. Like tying it back to cosplay, like you'll see some people, they'll do like a version 2.0 or like revisit a cosplay multiple times, and then
Hmm.
they'll like post side by side sometimes for like their social media. But like, holy shit, this is how much I've grown in the span of however many years I've been cosplaying. Like with my first cosplay ever I did, and then just revisiting it, having X amount of years under my belt. So yeah, you're definitely right about that.
Yeah, yeah. I recommend it everybody does something, at least, a little time apart just to see, how much you've grown as an artist or as a person. Just self-reflection is really important.
Yeah, for sure. So let me see what I got under my notes here. So you've been doing body painting for almost 2 years. I am so aside from Twitch, you also have your OnlyFans and you also have your prints, in which your body paints have actually been incorporated into both of them.
Yes.
Where you've been selling prints of your body paints. I got one hanging up
Oh.
of Best Girl Tifa. Right next,
Oh, heck yeah.
yeah, right underneath a portrait of my dog that
Aw.
that I commissioned a friend of mine to paint. But it's in the main living area, and yeah, no, it's great. And then you incorporate it into your OnlyFans by doing super sexy. Try not to sound too perverted because I've seen some of them and like, yeah. No, yeah, you do shower body paint wash offs.
Yeah, I mean it's got to come off, right? Might as well make it interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I think was that when you started opening up to doing full nudity on
It
OnlyFans?
actually is. Yeah. I
It
feel like
was okay.
body painting was kind of a segue into some nude content for myself. Um, and honestly, I am so grateful for body painting and like finding this confidence in myself to, um, you know, do the thing.
Yeah, do the thing.
Do the thing.
Yeah, I've gotten. What have I gotten? I got your Lenore and your Zero Suit Samus,
Mm-hmm.
which were both fabulous.
All things.
I still watch them, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Leave it at that. And so I imagine, like doing those, along with the I don't know, is it appropriate to say? It's not offensive if I said that you got surgery enhancement. What's the right word?
I mean, it takes a lot to offend me, so go for it.
Okay, so you got surgery done on your chest,
Mm-hmm.
and so I mean that's been. It's not like you were. No, you wanted this. You wanted this to happen eventually. So
Absolutely.
between that and the OnlyFans shower videos and whatnot, I imagine. I mean, it would have to, based on the photos you shot with the set, that body painting as a whole had given you so much confidence in your look, in feeling like the badass, sexy mama that you are. Would you think that's true?
I do. Yeah, honestly, I've wanted I wanted a boob job for years and years, but I just never found it in my budget to be able to do that. So when I started body painting and my channel started growing and blowing up and stuff, I finally was able to set aside money to, you know, get the augmentation that I wanted. And when I did get my augmentation, it just skyrocketed my confidence even more. Like I was already confident, but then I got, you know, brand new boobies and I was like, whoa, let's go. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would agree that it definitely added to the confidence factor. And it also makes my body painting life a little bit easier in some ways. Just because now I have more of a figure that is, you know, more comic booky, more anime looking. Like, you know, it does give me that
big anime titties
almost
coming to life. Yep,
superficial
exactly.
look, I suppose. But
no, I agree. As I stare at the Tifa print. Yeah, it helps. And you know I mean that in all the respect in the world. I'm not trying to.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So pandemic hit. No one's going to cons. I feel like you weren't really going into cons anyway when you started your body painting venture.
Yeah. I kind of set cons aside for a little while there because I was trying to focus on, you know, doing my Twitch thing, doing the body paint stuff. I was really,
right.
You know, I had laser focus on that. So I was kind of setting cons aside for a little bit.
Right. So, I mean, so it's OnlyFans and Twitch has being, I guess, home throughout the pandemic. Has that affected your workflow at all or your mindset?
Yes and no. I wouldn't say that it's affected my workflow because honestly, I already worked from home. You know, I'm a full-time Twitch streamer.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. So that part didn't really affect me too much. Now, as far as like mental health and stuff goes, absolutely. You know, I'm a people person. I love being around my friends. I love just, you know, getting to make new friends too. I love being around people. So that part was pretty difficult for me because I took the pandemic very seriously. You know, I didn't really go anywhere in 2020. Like I always wore a mask. I honestly was quite a hermit last year, you know, and it was hard mentally because when you're not getting that social interaction like you're used to getting, it kind of messes with you, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So your Twitch streams, getting into that, how has it been like since from when you started body painting on Twitch to basically up to now? So I know it's always a hot topic or a quote unquote controversy with, you know, the girls streaming in very little, next to nothing. You got all like the beta male, I'll call them that, beta male saying, well, you're stealing our views, or how is this not a good term to service? Is body painting even allowed? And that's always a riot when I'm in your streams and, you know, I see those comments and see your replies, and just, I mean, like, how has it been on Twitch? Like the overall, what did I write down? Ecosystem? Yeah, I did write ecosystem and community, like on Twitch. How has it been from when you started to now?
I mean, honestly, I just get so much hate, and it sucks, but I've pretty much just become very numb to it. Like I don't really even pay it any mind at all anymore because I just get it so frequently.
Right.
People don't see, there's tons of people out there that don't see body painting as an art form, and you know they see it as an excuse to come harass, you know, body painters, and it sucks. It really does suck, but it is part of the job for now. And I just kind of try to tell people not to be so narrow-minded. You know, I try to teach people a little bit, or sometimes I'll just roast them and be like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's been pretty consistent throughout my entire body painting career on Twitch. I got it a little bit with my cosplay, but not nearly on the scale that I get it now.
Yeah. So I getting the gist, or from what I'm seeing or hearing, is that it was more like it was just like tough at first, but then as it just you kept trucking along, you just, again, you like you said, you just got numb to it.
It was, yeah, like nobody, I don't think anybody's really prepared for the harshness of the internet, you know? Like nobody's really prepared for that kind of thing because people, if they want to hurt you, they're going to say anything that they can to try to get under your skin. So you hear everything from stuff, you know, about your life, you know, to what your body looks like, you know, people are just really messed up. I've gotten so many death threats. I don't feel like anybody's really
for God's
prepared for the
sakes.
internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at first it was really alarming and it was difficult to deal with, but I didn't let that stop me, you know?
No, of course not. The overall community that you found, I mean, I see and hear time and time again on your streams how much you love your Twitch stream fam and your Discord fam, and it does feel like even when I'm in the stream, like you make everyone feel loved and welcomed, and some people do end up being like making new lifelong friends and whatnot. So that's got to be a giant plus for you.
Absolutely.
When it comes to streaming and like beating out and sort of like with the saying of like the massive positivity beating out the negativity at this state when you become so numb and like ignoring all the hate, right?
Yeah. It's really amazing to have such a beautiful community that backs me up and sees the beauty in my art. And I've just made so many amazing friends, you know, in the past 2 years since body painting, and it's beautiful. And I'm so excited to see where it goes from here because it's only going to get better. You know, I'm only going to make more friends,
for sure,
build a stronger community, and like, I don't know. I feel like I have this beautiful opportunity, and I know not everybody gets to have this sort of opportunity. So like, I don't know. I feel very blessed. You know, I'm not a particularly religious person, but like, I feel blessed. Like,
yeah,
lucky. I feel lucky. You know.
yeah. I definitely get that sort of way sometimes with like the podcast and the amount of work that I had put in, like when I started blogging and then like going to cons and meeting you and everyone else within the cosplay world, so to speak, and getting the amount of support and love from everybody has just been like an awesome wave of happiness, you know?
Hell yeah. And that's like my goal with my community is just having people support each other. You know, we're all walking through life on this rock together. It might be a little different for each person, but you can still be there and support them in their endeavors. And that's what I live for. I love seeing people happy.
Right. For sure. So as I rack my brain, I'm looking over these notes. How long does I mean, this is probably a somewhat varied answer of like, so like how long does a body paint usually take? I assume the answer lies in how detailed or how much you want to cover.
Absolutely.
Depending on the character. Yeah.
Yeah. So with Twitch TOS currently, I don't know. I've been meaning to reach out to the Twitch team to see like if I would be able to do full body paints because I would love to. I'd love to be able to paint myself head to toe. But currently, as I'm aware, I'm only allowed to do it from the waist up.
Oh.
So my waist up paints on average take about 4 to 6 hours, depending on the detail, and that also includes like my face makeup because I love doing beauty makeup too. So usually with my looks, I do like some sort of beauty look to go along with it to kind of pair. So all of that usually takes me between 4 and 6 hours on average.
Right. And have you sort of stuck with one brand of like body paint friendly paint?
I have tried so many brands. I'm sure there's plenty out there that I haven't, but I've got so many brands. Like I'm looking at them right now in my case, and I'm just like, I have at least like 15 different brands here. Yeah, at least. Ranging, you know, from every color that you could think of. So like I have quite an extensive kit.
Is banana yellow one of those colors?
Let me check. I have tons of yellow.
if you say yes, I am going to laugh. I'm just gonna spitball colors over here. Salmon pink.
Let's see, sunshine yellow. Color 302, whatever that is. Apparently, it's a shade of yellow. 302. Gold G. Let's see what else we got. Lemon meringue yellow. Cool. Yeah, I got a ton of yellows. Doesn't seem to be a banana though.
Aha. Something you got to invest in if it exists.
But honestly,
I don't know.
That's something that I'm actually looking into. Is I'd love to be able to create my own makeup line someday. So that is kind of a long-term goal for me, is to make a body paint / makeup line for, you know,
makeup art, makeup enthusiast, or body paint. Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be sick.
That is my long-term goal, and hopefully, sometime soon I could maybe get the gears rolling a little bit on that.
Yeah. Holy hell, that'd be rad. So wait. So like your line of makeup or line of body paint?
Both. Like I'd probably
okay.
start. Yeah. I'd probably start with the body paint because I'm a body painter, but I'd love to, you know, branch out and do, you know, lippies and eyeshadows and stuff, you know.
Right. And so when it comes to selecting body paints or characters to body paint, is that where do the characters come from? Is it like a mixture of you have like your own never-ending curated list of characters, or do you get like I think it's one of the quote-unquote bits rewards that you get when you hang out in a Twitch stream. Like you gather like points or bits or whatever the hell from like staying in the stream and whatnot and interacting.
Yeah.
But so they can suggest a body paint.
Yeah. So most of my content is stuff that I'm a fan of. You know, I'm a huge nerd. Obviously, you know, I cosplay. I've played all these games. I'm into anime. You know the drill.
Right.
I paint stuff that I love, that I'm a fan of. But I also do have like channel redemptions for people that, you know, that hang out in the stream and they collect points. And if they're there long enough, they can actually choose a paint for me to do something that they'd like to see me create, you know?
So has that ever happened yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, people have racked up that much points?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Huh.
I actually have them turned off currently because like I was just falling behind on so many.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which I should be opening them up here soon, but for now I had to turn them off.
Right. Is it possible to maybe tease or share an upcoming body paint as a podcast exclusive? I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I'm so bad about like deciding what I want to do because
what's next?
I have like 30 million ideas in my brain, and then it just happens to be like, you know, a day that I'm going to body paint, and I'm like, well, shit, what do I want to do today? What am I in the mood for, essentially? And then there are days where I'm literally just sitting in my seat, ready to put on some modesty paint, and I still don't know what the hell I'm painting because I'm like, what am I gonna do? And then I have like a big old folder of inspiration stuff of things that I would like to accomplish, and I usually will like look through there to be like, okay, we'll do this today. This looks good.
Right.
I'm horrible with planning ahead. I really am. I'm so bad with planning paints out.
Everyone got that planning bug or defect that they have struggled with. Trust me, I do too sometimes with making like episodes and whatnot. Like it's especially been difficult for me this past year as mainly with podcasting because it's like the main gripe, or well, not the gimmick. That's the right word. Gimmick is, you know, I have a guest on, and it's either interviewing them long form, what I'm doing with you, or we talk about a con that they've been to, or we somehow have both been into, but like. The world's been shut down. Nothing's been going on.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. I mean, for real.
And like I quit blogging because I felt that no one was really looking at my blog anymore, and I was severely uninspired to write new stuff, especially since I had started diving into Twitch streaming myself, in addition to wanting to try to make more content-worthy or fulfilled episodes. So I had to like put my blog on the back burner for an indefinite period of time because I guess I just fell out of love with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So out of all the mainstream outlets, like within nerddom, because I think you've also done TV and movies, I think. Characters from like TV shows, movies.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite medium to paint from?
Honestly, I feel like video games are where it's where my love is, you know? So a lot of video game characters I tend to enjoy doing the most. So,
Right.
World of Warcraft, I did a Kratos, Halo stuff. Like, honestly, I do a lot of video game things, but that's where my heart lies. I love video games.
Yeah. You're a gamer at heart.
Absolutely. Since I was a wee little bean.
What do you game on mostly these days?
So mostly I do a lot of PC gaming these days.
Oh no, PC Master Race person. Oh god.
I definitely do a lot of PC gaming, and it's probably because I do streaming and all that I have so much going on my PC. But I still play my PS4
yes.
from time to time. I'd love to get a PS5, but I just can't get my hands on one. So.
No one can get their hands on one. I can't get my hands on one.
Yeah.
We probably can't get our hands on one until 2022, and that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
I'm essentially spoiling myself by watching a YouTuber that I adore stream or like put up his VODs of his FF7 remake Intragrade Yuffie storyline. I'm essentially spoiling myself because I don't want to wait a year.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I've been streaming mostly from my Switch from time to time and my PS4. Like I've been playing through the Mass Effect collection again.
I need to do that because that is actually a gaming series I've never played.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I came into it really late, like after the trilogy was over, and I finally gave it a shot. And
I hear nothing but good things about it, and I need to play it.
Yeah, same here, and everyone was right. And then, so I actually had recently played it again when I got the Legendary Collection. I did a full Paragon run, much like I did the first time. But so now I'm like starting it all over again. Made a new character. I went female this time because apparently I was told that being a dick and being a female is the best combination because of the voice acting that Jennifer Hale does.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
It's very good, apparently, according to Marie Gray. That's what she told me. Because she said that the male voice actor is very bland.
Oh, really?
I mean, I could see it from playing it, but I mean, so far it's been kind of a riot. So far, I think I'm close to clearing through the first game again.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been also playing it on my off time. I guess still on the topic of gaming, did you catch any of the E3 stuff that happened this past week?
I didn't really watch E3, but I did watch a lot of the highlights and, seeing what's coming out. And honestly, I don't know. I'm not particularly super excited for anything this year. I'm just kind of like, okay.
I feel like that was the vibe that most people got. Like there wasn't really anything like hyped.
Yeah.
I mean, like Elden Ring finally got a trailer. Whoop-de-doo.
I'm like, okay. We all know that this was coming though. Like, I mean, there was nothing that was like nothing I'm super pumped for, I guess. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I mean, they showed another trailer for Breath of the Wild 2 in a year that is coming out. basically, from what I saw and read, it was just this E3 was more like we got stuff coming this year, but honestly, get ready for 2022.
Yeah, yeah. And I
when
know that
everything's
they're
coming out.
probably like my guess is like a lot of companies are probably behind because of COVID. And like I totally get
Exactly.
that. So I'm trying not to be
Absolutely.
like harsh about it, you know?
I felt like I was a little bit, but then it's also like, no, wait, COVID. Eh,
Yeah, it just
not
makes
their fault.
sense.
It's not their fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I did get super hyped about was from the Nintendo press conference. They announced, and then I legit pre-ordered it right after. Was the next Mario Party for the Switch?
Oh, I didn't
But
know they were doing that. That's awesome.
so it's called Mario Party Superstars, and it's essentially a remastered best of the first 3 games on the N64.
Nice. Oh, dang. Heck yeah.
It's got 5 boards to play from the first 3 Mario games, as well as a collection of mini games throughout the first 3 games. And I was just like, I didn't really play Mario Party 1 or 3, but 2 was my jam, and so I am pumped to lose friendships over this. So yeah, and that comes out in October, so I got that to look forward to.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see. What else? What else? I could use the stereotypical, do you have a personal favorite body paint? But much like cosplay, that's like choosing between your children.
Yeah,
And
I mean it's you know how that is. Yeah, it's impossible. I get that question a lot and it's like, you know what? I have no idea. Yeah, there are some that I like more than others, but it's just like I don't have an absolute favorite.
Right, right. And I mean, so you've said that, the paints typically tend to go from 4 to 6 hours. Uh, has any of them like surpassed 6 hours or like
Yes. Yes.
really?
There's a
Okay,
couple.
what was the longest one,
I
if you
think
can remember?
I want to say the longest one was I painted Lilith from Diablo 4 and that took me like 8 hours.
Okay, I believe it.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, but it was also kind of early in my body painting career and I wasn't really like speedy yet. But
Oh,
even back
okay.
then, I didn't really take that long, even back then, but for some reason that one took me a while.
Right, right. Um, I am just marveled at how you're able to do this, like with the body painting and like just painting yourself. I feel like, I mean, I can draw, but I'm not that artistic. Like, I don't think I could handle myself. Because so another thing I would ask is like, so you're painting yourself mostly from, you got your face makeup, and then like from the top down to the waist or your stomach. Is it stomach? Did I get that right?
Yeah, it's usually like my waist somewhere on there. Just top half. Yeah.
Right. So which part in that section is difficult to paint? Most difficult.
Honestly, probably yeah, it's definitely my right arm is the most difficult for me because I am right-handed, so I have to paint my right arm with my left hand.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
Yep.
that is something I've been practicing for a while, is just trying to get better with my left hand.
Right. Are you ticklish?
Not really. No.
No, so it doesn't. Okay. You'd think that you'd probably tickle yourself, but I guess not. I guess not.
It's actually pretty difficult to tickle
Right.
yourself.
No, other people have a much easier time tickling you if it was somebody else. But
Potentially.
right, right. Oh man. Let me see. So yeah, you got a banging community. It's full of lovely people. Your streams are awesome. I always feel bad that I can't stay for the whole thing
Oh, don't feel bad.
because
Paint takes a while and like
it does me.
you know, watching it dry, I totally get isn't the most
Yeah.
exciting. So I try to keep it exciting.
Yeah. And then you just got like other stuff going on. It's just like, oh, well, can I juggle all of this at once? Try to watch and support you and all that stuff. Let me see. So typically, I guess your streaming schedule hasn't really. Well, so your streaming schedule varied, but you have a set schedule, so to speak, right?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
You have like a set stream schedule.
I do, but
Yeah.
sometimes, I'm a little late or I have to take a day off or something,
Sure.
But usually I stream Mondays and Thursdays are usually my body paint days around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Right.
Wednesdays, I usually do like a hot tub stream. I try to get on a Wednesday.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You just made me remind of a question.
Yeah. And then Fridays, I do, pretty much anything, signing prints. I do ASMR, just hanging out. Like Friday's kind of my chill day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Have your. Did you mute yourself?
I just did, yes.
Okay, I just saw the icon.
I had to burp. I'm sorry.
You could have done it on stream. I don't care. I do it all the time. No, I don't. I rarely burp. I rarely just can't find the energy to burp on recording. Shit, did I just make myself lose my train of thought? Oh God. Trends. You did the hot tub thing.
I did.
Are you one? Okay, so are you? I'm trying to. How do I phrase this right? I mean, I guess I'll try this. Are you one to follow the trend on Twitch to see if it works or benefits for you?
It depends, but I was doing the hot tub thing before it got really popular. But it was last year and I had all my stuff set up outside and it just wasn't really feasible to continue doing all the time. So I just kind of was like, you know what? I'm going to really focus on my body painting.
Right.
And then, when it kicked off on Twitch a little more, I was like, okay, let me see if I can make this work again and see if it does, if it brings me more numbers or something. And it did for a little bit. And I got some really amazing community members through doing that. So I do think that it works. But to say, I'm going to follow every trend or every meta that's on Twitch, probably not.
Right. I feel like there's some new ASMR trend going on right now. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't think that particular trend you're talking about is allowed on Twitch.
Yeah.
Because the bans and stuff that they gave out to people who are doing that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you've gotten like kind of banned several times, I think.
I have, yes. I've been banned 4 times, but every time, God. every time Twitch has come back and they're like, you know what, you didn't break TOS, we're sorry. And so it's like, well, you still banned me and I still lost out on revenue and all this other stuff. So it's like, well, that really sucks.
and this was mainly from like just a mass horde of idiots reporting your stream.
I wish I knew.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I feel like because that's just a default thing that I take when it comes to like, seeing a lot of cosplayers, mostly with their Instagram getting banned for no reason whatsoever, either for no reason or most likely due to, I know there was a stint where there's a campaign of only men, of reporting en masse a bunch of sexy quote unquote cosplayers on reporting their Instagram to get their accounts taken down, to like kind of force them to get a real job or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I'm hearing more and more like horror stories of like how Instagram is nowadays with regards to sex work and modeling.
It's you have to really like be careful, especially with Instagram, because now that it's owned by Facebook, that your content isn't too lewd.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see here. What else do I have over here? Oh, that's right. Now I remember now. Have your print sales been doing pretty well, like since you started body painting?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Because like I think I've been to like maybe a couple of your streams on your like print signing days, and you're just like signing away like a crap ton. Like, damn.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, she's getting a lot sold. That's great.
Yeah, definitely. I guess people, really like the body painting thing because it's like it's art, So yeah, my print sales have gone through the roof since body painting.
Solid.
And that's awesome, that helps me out monetarily,
Absolutely,
a lot.
Yeah. Has your OnlyFans kind of been doing well also?
Yeah.
Lately?
Definitely.
Sweet. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you're just like making strides all around. I love to see it because you've just been such an overly open and kind person to me. Like since I met you, back at Katsucon a couple years back, with your Kawaii Death Knight cosplay. Yep. And your Monster Girl Club thing.
Oh yeah.
Other cosplay. Yep. You did that.
That was fun.
Yeah. Do you see yourself like returning, maybe not to cosplay, but at least going back to conventions eventually?
Oh yeah. I know that I'm going to still cosplay, just probably not to the extent that I was. I was making all my stuff from scratch and just like being really, I guess, dedicating a lot of time to it. And honestly, I don't have that kind of time anymore. I'm dedicating it elsewhere,
Right. And like you mentioned before, like you feel like blessed and fulfilled
Absolutely.
with body painting and your OnlyFans, and just I mean I can't say it enough, like how much you inspire me as a creator, and like just seeing you crush it with your body paint, and like especially like I retweet your photos all the time to just like, look at this girl.
And I appreciate it a lot.
Oh my god. Oh man. Is there anything else on your mind? Any topics or discussions that you think you'd want to bring up, if you had any?
I mean, not really, but like, I suggest, I recommend everybody gives body painting a try once. It's super fun. Honestly, I've never had the instant gratification feeling, like when you complete a costume and you're like looking in the mirror and you're like, wow, I look awesome.
Yeah.
I get that every time I do a body paint, So I get that more often because making costumes, it takes fucking forever, right?
Yeah.
So it's just awesome, and I recommend it to everybody. At least try it once to see if you like it.
Yeah. I mean, like if anything, body paint is just a quick turnaround. You do it in one day, and you're done.
Yeah, and don't feel like you can't body paint because, like, oh, quote, I'm not thin enough, or I don't have this body type, blah blah blah. F that. All bodies are beautiful. You got a body, you can body paint. Do the thing. Rock that ish.
Have there been male body painters within like the body painting community, like on Twitch or whatever? That
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess I haven't looked hard enough.
There's a couple.
Cool. And I guess their work also varied between various outlets of nerddom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got their own like art style and what they like to paint, right?
For sure. You got like a mountain of body paint ideas in the works. Stuff from either yourself or your community members, like redeeming the channel points
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. So, yeah, you got a good thing going on, and I couldn't be more happier for you. Like, it is just,
I appreciate that. I'm happy too. Thanks.
yeah, yeah, of course, of course. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we could talk about, but I think we hit all of the bullet points that I had typed up over here. Yep, you incorporated your body paint into OnlyFans. And I mean, like, aside from the body paint, you do like cute little like lingerie looks or
Yeah.
some like cosplay centered ish lingerie character looks, if you can.
Yeah, it all kind of depends, how I'm feeling.
Right. Well, ah, no, no, but I'm back of my head. I think I might get this. I hope this is entertaining enough for people to listen to. Like, I hope she's having fun.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. No, that means a lot. Yeah, I guess there's really nothing else that I can think of that we could talk about, since we pretty much covered most of the rad stuff that you've been doing. I mean, I'm looking at the time, and that's just like square right around my ideal sweet spot. So, if you, well, no, that's wrong. If people want to find your work, where do they go?
Well, I'm obviously on Twitch because we talked a lot about Twitch. So Twitch
Right.
TV / Intraventus. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all under that same handle, Intraventus. Yeah, I got an OnlyFans. I've got YouTube. I'm sure if you just Google me, you'll find it all.
Right. Right. Speaking of which, have you been like thinking about coming back to YouTube with your? Because I know, as far as that was concerned, you would do just or post up body speed paints.
Mm-hmm. I am. Yeah, I am gonna be returning to that, I think, because I did take a bit of a break from the YouTube side.
Rad. But yeah, I hope this was enjoyable for you guys.
It was. Heck yeah.
That makes me happy. That really does. But you can find me over Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, at under Blue Lightning Cost. Also, I have a Facebook page. I still don't know why I made one, because no one uses Facebook pages anymore.
I know, right?
No one uses them. Why did I make one? Yeah, new episodes will hopefully be coming soon as I get more momentum and get more guests. I still got a bunch of lovely people. Like, what am I looking at over here? I want to have one with Danielle Ballou. I want to have one with Vanity Fox at some point. And then hopefully to get more people. And then as cons start to open back up within the next year, you will have more episodes covering cons and possibly other important topics that need to be addressed. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Cosplay Bites. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.